Black and white movies were the standard for many years before color movies settled as the norm. But in the last few years, we've seen a constant increase of new and high-budget movies shot in black and white. In this particular video, I will analyze what could be the reasons director Robert Eggers decided to shoot his recently released movie, The Lighthouse, in black and white. In The Lighthouse, besides its peculiar aspect ratio, another notable aspect is the use of lighting and the aspect of black and white. These two aspects convey the importance and exaggerate what is the main focus of the movie, which is the lighthouse. The strong shadows, in fact, combined with faded lights present during the whole movie, make the appearance of the lighthouse almost godly, as a savior, almost as if the lighthouse is the heaven that protagonist Winslow, interpreted by Robert Pattinson, so much wants to reach, whereas the ground that is forced to work could be understood as hell. Especially after the first half of the movie, when Winslow finds out that he's doomed in that island because of a bad omen that he initiated by killing a seagull. The aspect of black and white is notably accentuated by the harsh lighting present in some of the night scenes. What is also notable is that solar lighting is never present during the whole movie, and even in daylight, scenes are characterized by the constantly present mist. This harsh lighting, combined with the black and white, can also be seen in other movies, such as Tony Kaya's American History X. In this particular movie, the use of black and white could be interpreted as a way to highlight the difference between light and dark, which for the narrative of the movie could be translated to differentiate between black race and white race. Another example of the use of black and white can also be found in a recently released film, Roma, by director Alfonso Cuarón, a film which among other things won 3 Oscars this year, one being for Best Cinematography. In this movie, the use of black and white could be assumed as a way to give a look at the past, since the element of black and white is somewhat reminiscent of old and nostalgic, and this element, we could argue, is also used in The Lighthouse. This concept could also be applied to Ed Wood, a Tim Burton film which goes back in time to narrate the story of a failed cinematographer in a comic but nostalgic way. Another diverse example of use of black and white could be seen in the movie Frankenweenie, where director Tim Burton uses colors to emphasize the sad and spooky atmosphere. But going back to The Lighthouse, when thinking about a prominent theme for the film, we could argue that the use of black and white was indeed applied under the knowledge to make the movie appear old and rusty in every aspect. Things such as the aspiration and the occasional out-of-focus characters are, with the black and white, the perfect combination for a movie such as The Lighthouse, and combined with the magnificent acting and cinematography, make this film one of the most memorable of the last decade.
Let Neptune strike ye dead, Winslow! Hark! Hark! Triton!